is going to be part 2 of our linear perspective drawings. Last week you worked on your 2-point perspective drawing and you learned how to make a cube doing that. And so this week what we're going to be working on is we're going to take that cube, we're going to turn it into a building. And the type of building you choose to add is 100% up to you. But ultimately, we're going to still use those set of skills. So, yet again, we are going to begin our drawing. And we are going to put a horizon line in. Okay, and I'm going to put mine right there. Okay, it's just a horizontal line that's going to go straight across our page. Yet again, it mimics the idea of the sky and the ground. Okay, and what we're going to do is put our vanishing points in at the farthest points of our paper. One on this side, one on this side, and yet again, we are going to begin our drawing with a line going straight up and down, either in the middle of your paper or to your side, depending on where the corner of your building wants to be. So I'm going to pick over here, and I want my building to be fairly tall. I'm going to go all the way up into the sky. Okay, so we're making a fairly large building. All right, so now we're going to put dots on the ends, just like we did the last time. And then we're going to connect those dots from our line to our vanishing points. Just like this. Okay, and then the other side. Okay, and now, just like our cube, we get to decide where the sides of our building are going to be. So if I want this to be a really large building that I'm looking at the corner of and kind of looking up at, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my lines come fairly far down here to give the illusion that it's a large building. Yet again, this has to be a vertical line that is parallel to the line we made here. Okay? So to my best ability, I draw that in. And I'll put a dot at the end where the two lines intersect. Okay? Same thing over here. Come in, try to make a vertical line that is parallel to this line. Draw that in. Okay, and draw the dots in my corner. All right, and so now we've got a very similar drawing to the cube. Okay, we finished the lines in the back, but for this drawing you don't have to do that because we can't see through a solid building, obviously. So there's no reason for us to go ahead and do that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make now a few other buildings down here that are smaller on either side. Like this is a road, a city street road, okay? And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sidewalk here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to extend down our line in the center here to about there. Okay, put a dot there. And then I'm going to erase this. Now, what I'm going to do is go from my vanishing point to the dot, and it's going to give the illusion that it's a sidewalk on the side of the road. Like that. I'm going to do the same over here. Okay, cool. Just like that. Now we've got a sidewalk, okay? I could also, if I wanted to, add details into the road. For example, let me add this again because it isn't very dark. Okay, that's easier to see now. So, for example, for the road, we could do the same illusion, and I could add that to my vanishing point, and then I could do the dashed lines of the road going back until they get teensy tiny. Okay, and then I could do the other side of the road as well, make it come out wide, and so that there's another sidewalk over here. So that's something I could do. I could do the same thing over here, like this is an intersection. I mean, we could even put a crosswalk here if we wanted to, coming across. That's all up to you, but those are the tricks that you can still use to make it look like this is a real road somewhere. Okay? Now, going back to the other buildings. Whenever I want to draw another building, even if I want it to be right next to it, okay, another vertical line that's parallel with all of these lines, so they're all parallel. Okay, and put dots on the end. Okay, here, this one, I need to make another line back to my vanishing point to be the top of my building going down. And then what I need to do is make another line to be the side of the building. Yet again, vertical line, that is parallel, just like that. Okay, so there's like the storefront, so to speak. And then what I need to do is I gotta go take those two dots and draw them over to my vanishing point here. Now here is your option. You can draw the whole line all the way back and connect the dots, or you can just line up the dots and draw what you'll see. For example, this building is in front, and so the top of the side of the building right there will end here, and you're not going to see anything else. Okay, same with the bottom. I could just line up my dots and draw it where this line stops. Okay, and so now I've got like a little alleyway that goes in between those two buildings. Okay, now what I can do is I can erase this line on the inside if I want to now, because that is not going to be seen because that's where our horizon is. Okay, and so we don't really need that in the middle of our buildings. It's not something we need at all. Okay, all right, just like that. But we can see it here and we can see it here. Okay, now some other things we don't need. You wouldn't see a line just going off to your vanishing point in real life if this was a real building. So we're going to erase that. We're going to erase this one too. Okay, and so now we just have these shapes sitting here like they're real buildings. And then we can add other details. So, for example, doors, windows on these buildings, signs on these buildings. What kind of place is this? Okay, so let's start off with a door in the big building. Okay, you can put it anywhere on either side, but which side you put it on depends on where you're going to draw to your other vanishing points. For example, if I were to put my door on this side, okay, and so the door is on the left side of the building here, so I'm going to draw from the bottom of the building up. Okay, and I'm going to stop right about there. And then I'm going to put a dot here on both the top and the bottom of the door. Okay, and since it's on this side of the building, it has to go to this vanishing point, like this. Yet again, connect your dots. If you want to draw all the way back to your vanishing point, you can. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to line it up and draw the top of my door so it stops there. Put another dot, and then another vertical line that's going to go straight down, like so. And then I have a door that looks like it's a real door. Okay? Yet again, everything has to be drawn back to your vanishing points. Okay? So don't forget that. Okay, what about windows? Use the same exact technique, but the line you make is going to be literally floating okay, in the air. So if my window is like that, okay, comes to the top of there, I can go ahead and line that dot up, draw it. What if I want like a whole bunch of windows in the front? Make it like one big set of windows. I can do that. Line up my point with my vanishing point again. I'm not going to draw the whole line, just the part of it that I want. Okay, and then let it come down. So see, I went a little too far there. Because when I want to line this up at the end, I need it to have a vertical line that is parallel with this line. Okay, so draw it down. I erase. I put marks there. Okay, so this could be like a like a storefront. It has big windows in the front that shows off things on the inside of the building. When you complete your drawing, you could even draw the things inside the building that you can see. I can split this window in half, for example. Okay, so I don't really know where the middle point should be of this window. It's like, should be in here somewhere. Here's a trick. Some geometry for you. I want to know where the middle is. Okay, go from the opposite sides and draw a big X. Okay, now I know where the excuse me. Now I know where the middle will be, right where that X comes. Okay, so I can draw a vertical line that's parallel right there. And then now I'll have two separate big window panes like it's a store. Okay, guys, so this is what I want to see. I want to see a building. Doesn't have to be two. Okay, and then I want to see a sidewalk outside of your building. Okay, and then I want to see a door and a window. And then after that, you can draw anything you want to. For example, do you want to have a big banner that says the name of the place on the top? You can do that. You can use the same technique as you use for the window to do that. For example, I could go ahead right now and just draw a line like that. Put two dots there. Draw them back to my vanishing point on this side. And that would give me how a banner would get smaller as it came down this side. Okay? And then you could go ahead and draw and write whatever you wanted in there to make it look like that is a real banner that has words on it for the store's name or whatever. You can try the road if you want to. That's up to you. In this case, this would be on a corner, so there'd be two roads. Okay, I could actually maybe looks like I don't have enough space to make the second road as wide as this one. But yeah, you can make two roads if you want to. But this drawing's all about exploring what you can do with 2-point perspective in a way that's hopefully not too confusing. So give it a try, have some fun. Yet again, this is just all about learning and enjoying what you're working on. All right, so we're going to leave it at that. Go ahead and give it a try. I'll post a final picture online of just me coloring it all in and making it into a completed drawing, which you can do afterwards. Or you can just leave it like this. This is the requirement. You don't have to go all the way through it and finish it completely like I do. But this is the requirement, just the basic structure of the drawing. All right, that's it. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time.